Hi, today we are talking about 3 reasons why every military spouse must stop emotional and stress eating. But first, if we haven't met before, hi, I am Pam Chavez, founder of Nutrition to Heal Yourself, certified holistic nutritionist, and I help military spouses who experience the heavy stress of the military lifestyle and fall to emotional eating to cope with it. If you are a military spouse, let me know in the comments where you are currently stationed and give this video a quick share if you know someone that could use this info. I'm going to be talking about some very useful stuff today. So let's imagine it's a typical Thursday night and you just fed the kids, your husband isn't home yet, you no longer try to hold off dinner until he gets home because it's almost always too late. One of the kids is struggling in school, and it's one of the toughest things to experience as a parent. A couple of their best buddies recently moved away, and this only adds to their struggles. You helped your kids do their homework, it's almost bath time, and all you want to do is relax and have a moment to yourself. But everyone starts pushing each other's buttons because it's what siblings do best, especially right before bedtime. They either start fighting like crazy or turn into wild banshees. I have 3 young boys, so it's really it's really crazy in our house. So give me a yes in the comments if this happens in your house too. I'm curious to know because seriously, right before bedtime is some of the wildest times in our house. But even if your husband was home, he hasn't been as present as you would like. The stress at work, the long hours have him checked out, and you are craving some connection. So you reach for food, candy, cake, crackers, chips. Food has become your friend in the lonely times. Food has become your friend in the tough times. And there sure isn't a shortage of either of those times when you're a military spouse. It's funny how your civilian friends and family look at you from the outside and they think how incredibly tough and resilient you are, but you don't feel that way, at least not lately. And give me a thumbs up if this sounds familiar to you. Your family says, we don't know how you do it, but there isn't another choice. Is there? I mean, there isn't another choice. You just do it. But it takes a toll, it wears you down, and it adds to the loneliness. And why is there so much Halloween candy in the stores right now? When I go through the commissary to get to the checkout, it is lined. There are 2 rows of Halloween candy that you have to walk through in order to wind around to get to your cashier. It's very strategic, and my children love it. And the kids beg for it, so you buy it. And a lot of times you happen to buy something that you really like, and then it sits in the pantry as if it's mocking you. Today, maybe it was yesterday, you dive face first into the bag of candy because you deserve it. You need it. It feels so good in the moment to eat it. You're craving connections on a deeper level than a short conversation at the park. Do not get me wrong. Those quick conversations in the park with another mom are a lifesaver, but you need something more. If you didn't relocate over this last year, certainly a handful of your girlfriends, your best buds, did. And now the whole friend dating starts all over again. And God, that can be so exhausting. I know how you feel. My family relocated from South Korea. We're coming up on a year. Gosh, the time goes so fast. It was this last November. So this has been my reality too. And so I know how easy it is to reach for the junk food for comfort. So let's get to it. Here are the 3 reasons why every military spouse must stop emotional and stress eating. Number 1, this lifestyle is not short on stress. You're moving every handful of years. You're never living near family to help or to just to give you a bit of a break. Your kids barely get to see their grandparents, and quite possibly you hear a lot of stories about them spending time with other grandkids, and that's not always easy to hear because your kids barely even know them. You sacrifice your career and a lot of your ambitions to follow the military. Your spouse is away for most special occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, all of it. Number 2, you will be solo parenting a lot. Raising kids is one of the most rewarding aspects of life, but it is also one of the most draining, exhausting, and challenging seasons of life. If food is or becomes your coping mechanism and your means to feel better at the moment, when these challenges arise, you will find your health plummeting quickly, and you're going to be constantly struggling with your weight and energy and fatigue. Number 3, emotional eating magnifies all of your troubles. The stress will always be present. Stress represents responsibilities. So if you don't have stress, then that means that you don't have anything to take care of. It means that you're not an adult yet. You don't have things that you need to tend to. You're going to have stress, but it's how you manage that stress that is key. So now you're stressed, you're bloated, you're tired, you're addicted to sugar, you're craving salty foods because that is how the cycle of sugar addiction works. You bounce back and forth from sugar to salty, sugar to salty. You're gaining weight, you feel out of control and disconnected from who you really are. You are disconnected with your true self. Stress wreaks havoc on the body like fast food. So even if you're eating all of the right foods, if you are not managing your stress well, it will have just a ripple of negative effects on your health. So are you able to recognize when you are emotional and stress eating? And if you are, give me a yes or no in the comments, and let me know. Let me know how you feel, if you are in tune with that, if that's something that you struggle with as a military spouse. Because listen, being a military spouse is filled with a ton of amazing things, but it's also filled with a never-ending list of really tough, challenging events too. And now that you recognize that you are emotional eating, what can you do? Well, you can download your free 3-day meal plan that I have created. It is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 2 snacks. You get a shopping list. It is a mix of meals with meat. There are vegan and vegetarian meals. That is what I believe is really a truly sustainable, healthy lifestyle that's going to work for your whole family, is to have that variety. And I have put this all together for you. You receive all of your recipes. They are truly simple recipes to put together. And it is all beautifully laid out and easy to follow recipes. And you will get your shopping list. And then you will also get my 5 optimal health tips So you follow those tips and you will really kickstart your healthy body. So you can find that at www.thefreshcourse.com/challenge. So go grab your free 3-day meal plan.